Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and let's talk about the most stressful shopping experience on planet Earth. And it's not buying a house, it's not proposing, although that is really stressful. Buying your first car because you want something fast enough that your friends think are cool, safe enough that your mom doesn't text you every 5 minutes asking if you're still alive, and reliable enough that you don't end up walking into prom late, sweaty and defeated because your car decided today was the day it simply stopped believing in itself. I hear this question all the time. What's the best first car for under $5K? And here's the problem. Most lists online are either written by people who've never owned cars or people who think a V12 Ferrari with 300,000 miles is a great deal if you wrench. No, absolutely not. Today, we are doing it right. Real cars, real ownership, real prices you can actually find this year. And we're stacking them by popularity, not hype, meaning these are the cars that people actually buy, drive, crash, fix, love, and argue about in parking lots. And yes, the last car, it's always the answer. You already know that. But stick around because I'm going to explain exactly why. Like, subscribe. Remember to go to winthisIdealcar.com to get entered to win your dream car plus a bonus cash. And we are kicking things off with one of the most popular real enthusiast cars ever sold, the Infiniti G35. Now listen, everyone knows the Nissan 350Z. It's loud, it's rowdy, it smells like cheap tires and poor decisions, and handing one to a brand new driver is basically the automotive equivalent of giving a toddler a chainsaw and saying, just be careful. The 350Z has one of the worst insurance reputations on earth, and for good reason. They love to go sideways when you didn't ask them to. They attract every teenager who thinks drifting is a personality trait, and insurance companies see one and immediately say no. Hard no. So the G35 shows up like the responsible older sibling. Same bones, same engine, same rear wheel drive fun, but wearing a suit instead of a tank top. You're getting the VQ35DE. 3.5 liters, nearly 300 horsepower, dead simple. Sounds incredible with even the most basic exhaust. One of the best sounding V6 engines of all time, and I will die on that hill. But here's the key difference. The G doesn't try to kill you every time it rains. It's more stable, more predictable, and shockingly livable. Because guess what? It has back seats. Yes, they're small. Yes, your tallest friend is gonna complain, but they fit, which means you don't have to ditch your entire social life just because you wanted a fun car. You can get these as coupes, you can get them as sedans, and if you live somewhere that has seasons in snow and pain, you can get the all-wheel drive G35X. That's why these things are everywhere. They're versatile, they're cheap to maintain, they've got a massive aftermarket, and this year you can find a solid G35 sedan for under $6,000 all day long. Even clean coupes are hovering just under $7,000. That's insane value for a rear wheel drive, nearly 300 horsepower car that won't bankrupt you in insurance. If I was in high school again, I would absolutely pull up in a G35 and feel like I made it. And honestly, that's why it lands so high on this list.
Guys, real quick, Rocky from New York already drove off with the first GTR and the bonus cash that changed his life. We literally flew him out here. He hung out with us for the whole weekend. We shipped his car back home to New York, and the dude had the time of his life. It genuinely changed everything for him. And now it's your turn. If you want a shot at winning your dream car plus bonus cash, hit the link in the pinned first comment right now. And now, back to the show.
And looky, an '03 sedan with under 100,000 miles on it for under our budget. That is ideal. And guys, real quick, I've linked to all these ideal deals in the pinned first comment down below via Auto Tempest. So go check it out and winthisIdealcar.com. Next. Now let's talk about a car that every BMW fan pretends they didn't secretly want, the BMW 335. I love BMWs. I've owned a lot of them. And here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Most M cars are missing torque. Low-end torque. They scream, they rev, they sound glorious, but around town, they're not exactly punching you in the chest. The 335i does not have that problem. This thing's torque, all the torque, immediately. And if you're a normal person, you'd buy a later LCI car with the N55 engine, more reliable, cleaner ownership, better for your mental health. But we are not here to be normal. We're here to talk about the N54, the engine people call the German 2JZ. And yes, that's insane praise. And yes, it's mostly earned. Out of the box, it makes 300 horsepower with a tune that costs less than a decent dinner. You're flirting with 400. Bolt-ons and a bigger turbo setup, and suddenly numbers start getting irresponsible. And here's the scary part, the internals don't care. But there's always a but. The turbos can fail. The high pressure fuel pump is basically a ticking clock, and if you ignore maintenance, this car will punish you emotionally and financially. But if you learn to wrench, if you do preventative maintenance, if you actually respect it, this thing will absolutely reward you. That's why they're so popular. They're fast, they're comfortable, they're stealthy, and the BMW community is massive. This year, you can still find clean 335i sedans for under $7,000, sometimes even less if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Just promise me you get a pre-purchase inspection. Beg your mom for the credit card. It will save you thousands. Are you kidding me? A little drop top fun for under $5K? Sign your boy up. Let's talk about a car that should not be as good as it is. The 8th gen Honda Civic Si. I have a secret crush on this car, and I'm not sorry about it. High revving, naturally aspirated engine, limited slip differential, one of the best manual transmissions ever made, and reliability that borders on unfair. These things just do not die. The K-Series is legendary for a reason. It loves to rev, it loves abuse, and it will outlive you if you change the oil. Is it the fastest thing on this list? No. Is it cheap to make fast? Also no. But here's the thing. You don't need to make it fast. Drop in intake, nice wheels, good tires, and suddenly you've got a car that feels alive every single time you drive it. It's raw, it's loud in the good way, and it has character that modern cars have completely forgotten. But let's address the elephant in the room, the Honda stigma. You will get roasted, your friends will make fart can jokes, people will assume things about you. Ignore them, because this year you can still find clean Civic Si coupes for under $5,000. And at that price, nothing else on the road is this reliable, this fun, and this honest. It's one of the best first cars ever made. And yeah, this thing is up there in miles, but it just had its clutch replaced. And if it's anything like my Honda lawnmower, it's gonna run forever. Now, if you like the Si but want chaos, we need to talk about the Mazda Speed 3. This thing is a menace, 2.3 liter turbo engine. 263 horsepower from the factory, front wheel drive, torque steer that feels like the car is arguing with you. And it's amazing. These cars are brutally quick for the money. They're practical, they're tunable. And when you turn the boost up, things get ridiculous very quickly. Yes, the turbo can be a weak point. Yes, you need to respect heat, but done right, these cars absolutely rip. And this year, they're hovering right around the same price as the Civic Si, which means you're choosing between high revving precision or turbocharged chaos. There is no wrong answer, only different flavors of fun, and it's definitely a tasty opportunity when you can get one of these hot hatches for under $5K like this black Mamba. And now, the answer. The Mazda Miata, always the answer. Rear wheel drive, lightweight, reliable, cheap, and fun at literally any speed. You can find clean Miatas under $5,000 without even trying that hard, and nothing else on this list delivers more smiles per dollar. That's why it's always the answer. Under 100,000 miles, and I love this. It's only priced cheap because it's winter time. I mean, come on. I see why this thing is always the answer. So, which one are you picking? The grown-up G35, the torque monster 335i, the bulletproof Civic Si, the chaotic Mazda Speed 3, or the Miata? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember to go check out all these listings on Auto Tempest in the pinned first comment, and go to winthisIdealcar.com to get entered to win your dream car plus bonus cash. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. Check out some of these Ideal vids over here, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.